Hello everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. We're Kjaer Weis heavy these days. I just reviewed the lip glosses. If you guys didn't see that, I'll link it for you down below so you can check it out. Today I'm gonna finally bring you my review of the Kjaer Weis pressed translucent powder. And you guys have been banging down my door to review it. I totally understand why. It's a really exciting product, incredibly innovative product, product that's definitely lacking in the green beauty space as well. And of course, no one other than Kjaer Weis brought it to us. So I'm going to do a little demonstration on my face today. I will show you how I enjoy to use this product. I'm going to try to get it to show off the difference. This powder is incredibly subtle, but we'll get into that. So we'll cut away to the demo in a little bit, but I'm going to run you through a little bit about the product, any questions you may have, packaging, pricing. You already know the drill. So what is so exciting about this product is, of course, that it is pressed, and it comes in the usual gorgeous Kjaer Weis red box. I keep most of my products in this red box, so when I open it up, it's like, ah, the gods are singing to me and sweet magic is revealed from this box. And then as always, it's like this amazing art piece of a compact, and it's gorgeous. Totally new shape as well to fit that circular refill pan that we will now be working with. Sorry, my inflection was a little odd there, but you knew what I was saying. Anyways, gorgeous compact, and it slides around just like the foundation does and just like the cream blushes do as well. So it's beautiful. It reveals this powder. It's just a circle. Before I got to using this powder quite often, it did have that little KW embossed in there as well. And the full price of this when you buy it in the compact for the first time will be $58, or you could just buy the refill for $36. This you could just pop in a Z palette if you do have one. I will have the Z palettes listed down below as well, so you guys can shop those. Great for any sort of magnetic products, can save you a little bit, but if you do plan on traveling and you just want a touch-up powder, I really would recommend buying it in the compact, at least the first time around. And it just sort of depends how many powders you have, blah, blah, blah. Your decision to make. I'll have both linked down below. So like I said, full price $58, refill $36. So quite a bit of savings there, almost $20. And inside we do have 6 grams worth of product. Now that is not an incredible amount of product. That is not a very tiny amount of product either. I think it is reasonable. I think that it is fair. And this product is not only completely organic, but it is also vegan, which is awesome. So anyone and everyone can absolutely use this product. Did quickly want to note, this does have a vegetable base to it, which is really interesting. Never used a powder quite like it. And I just wanted to make a quick note on talc. They do have it in the product description as well, but I just wanted to relay it to you in this video in case you were curious, because I will have the full ingredients list down below for you guys to check out. Make sure it's something you're comfortable with using. But it will say that this has talc in it. It is not formulated with talc. It is just something that they need to write because they're using all of these trace minerals. It is something that can come up, but more importantly, if it was formulated with talc, because there are certain Kjaer Weis products that are, I believe, it is important to note that it just depends on how this talc is sourced. So there is an ethical way to source talc. There is a way that is not contaminated with anything else. It is only a danger to us if it is contaminated with asbestos, which this is definitely not. So you don't have to worry about that at all. So that's a little bit about this. Really great powder. It is used for everyone, and it is in a translucent shade. We'll talk more about that in the demonstration. But that is just all you need to know about the basics of the products, and I'm going to zoom in and we're going to do a little demonstration on how I like to use and wear this product. Oh, and I quickly wanted to mention a brush that I'll be featuring in this video. This is the Kjaer Weis powder brush. This did come out at the exact same time as the powder because they are created to be used together, of course. So just something to keep note on. It's a beautiful brush. I love Kjaer Weis brushes. Nice short little handle, has a lot of give in here, and a nice angled brush so you can get into the nooks and crannies of the face. And that is what I will be using in the cutaway, which let's zoom in a little closer and get to the demonstration. All right, you guys, we are nice and close here because I want to show you as much as I can. Powder is really hard to show, but I think that you guys appreciate my attempt at doing it anyway. So what I love about this powder formulation wise is that it can be used to sort of take down any sort of shine. Of course, it is a powder. Powder is always going to do that, some more than others, which again we will get into. But I really love that it looks incredibly soft on the skin and it's not hyper matte finish. It's not a Well People Realist powder. It's much softer than that. So there's no real skill to applying this. I just sort of want to show you how it goes on. I think because when you swatch this product, it's not completely clear, it looks like it. I'm worried about the type of cast it will leave on a dark complexion. So if anyone has had the opportunity to try it, please do let me know. I will try and see if Kjaer Weis has used any dark skin models with this product, something I'm curious about as well, because it almost has a brightening effect to it because of that tiny ounce of color, which makes me worry about how it would look on a dark skin. I will try bringing this to work actually and testing it on someone, and I will let you guys know. Anyway, rant over. I'm just gonna dip it in here like this, just sort of load up the brush. You can see that we have product on there, and I'm just gonna take it and run it over my face. And you can see it took away the shine that I had in the center there. My face is not powdered at all, by the way. A little bit like this, and a little bit like this. Now for the under eyes, you could definitely just take this and do this. However, this is sort of an interesting thing to describe. I do sort of feel it on the skin. It's a very natural texture to it, but underneath my eyes when I use it alone, it's almost like it doesn't lock it in enough, which on my skin, I love that because it's incredibly natural, it's incredibly beautiful, takes away shine though. But underneath the eyes, I use quite a heavy hand with concealer because I have such dark under eye circles. The Well People concealer is quite emollient as well, if that's what I am using. So I actually like to go in with something more like a sponge to set the under eyes, because with just a brush, I feel like I'm not getting enough coverage, which I'm sure I could dip in a couple times, you know, do this, do this, do this, and that would be fine. But to sort of really lock it in place, I like to use something like this. I'm just gonna sort of run the sponge in there, and I am just going to like press this underneath my eyes. And you can see it's giving a little bit of that brightness as well because that tiny slight bit of color. And if you do want to take it around the nose and really press it, this is how you can really work it into the skin. This brush is great for overall setting, but the sponge is really going to lock everything in. So I'm going to get as close as I can to the camera and show you guys the difference between my face. We have a very natural, subtle shine, nothing that's really offending me here, but this still looks skin-like yet mattified at the same time. And I want to show you guys how beautiful this is. I compare a lot of natural products to the one I'm about to mention, but it's true. It reminds me a lot of the Hourglass ambient lighting powders because those powders set the skin but still look really natural, aren't going to emphasize any fine lines and wrinkles. You can see I just packed it on under my eyes and it's not looking that way at all. Anyway, enough talking. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can really see the difference here. This is the side with no powder, and this is the side with. It has a very perfecting skin smoothing finish. Head on. We'll get really close underneath the eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and powder the other side of my face, same exact way, and then I'm going to zoom out and we will give our final thoughts on this product. All right, you guys, so that's it. In conclusion, I sort of want to give you my cliff notes of what I just talked about. Powder is something really tricky to review, really tricky to describe, so I'd like to go in much detail, but I'm going to round off my thoughts right here. In summation, I think this product is great. Is it expensive? Absolutely. Kjaer Weis is an expensive brand. Something to keep in mind, I have reviewed several loose powders that I think are fantastic at a much lesser price point and do contain more product. However, you're not getting the same level of convenience. You're not getting the same level of innovation in the fact that this is a pressed powder. I don't think I've seen a pressed translucent powder on the market. The only powders I used to use used to be like foundation powders, and that's how I would sort of set the skin. This is so nice because it is blurring. I think it is good at oil absorption. I do think this is something you're gonna need to touch up with throughout the day. I don't think you're gonna do one layer and it's gonna lock you in for life, but I do think when you do apply it, it's going to build beautifully on itself and it will not ever look heavy on the skin, which is beautiful. I think it is brightening at the same time as well in a really soft, focused, diffused way, and I just think it is overall amazing. One of my favorite products from Kjaer Weis, pairs beautifully with the foundation. That is the foundation I have on today, in case you guys were curious. That gives a very skin-like like finish, and this powder down looks amazing. I think the brush is great too. Not necessary, but if you're missing a brush like this brush is great because you can use it for bronzer very easily, blush as well, and of course a little bit of powder across the skin, nice and easy. Very, very soft and very beautiful. Powder, absolutely great. I've enjoyed using it so much. You just need to be careful with the under eyes because things can get creasy if you don't set the under eyes properly. And this one you do need to sort of really lock it in there, or use a smaller brush maybe. That might work better as well, something a little more compact that you can really pack underneath the eyes. But the sponge works great and doesn't emphasize any fine lines or wrinkles. So in turn, I think this product is good for everyone, which is so exciting. The only thing I need to test is any sort of cast that it could leave on a dark complexion, but I will test that out for you guys and try to include it in the description box down below by the time this video goes live. If not, I'll try to make a little note somewhere that you guys can easily find it. But anyways, if you guys want to shop this product right here, right now, that is going to be linked in that description box down below. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. I'm gonna have full ingredients down there below as well. Any questions, comments, concerns you may have, any thoughts and feelings you want to share, that's what the comments are for. I would love to hear from you guys. And in the meantime, please do follow us on all of our social media. I always link it down below with any sort of makeup I'm wearing as well, in case you guys were curious. I will also have the Kjaer Weis gloss video down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.